Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right, guys. I was gonna go live, but man, I just got off work and I'm tired and a little sleepy too. So I'm just gonna do this quick update about the story that I did earlier. Okay. As always, happy holidays to y'all. And to be honest, man, the temperature has dropped down here in Memphis. I came out there workplace. I said, "Ooh, man, it is cold out here." So it is cold outside down here in Memphis. Ooh, it's cold outside. Anyway, though, let's get right into this update. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I seen a lot of y'all in the comments section with the video that I did earlier, and I appreciate a lot of y'all because y'all see these stories that a lot of y'all would like to know more about the story. So, you know, of course, some of y'all send me some info to get updates on the story and whatnot, and I appreciate every last one of y'all, okay? I really thank y'all. I really do. Y'all just know how much I do appreciate y'all, you know, for keeping me in the know or what I don't know, all right? Anyway, here we go. This is Judah Morgan, all right? This is the 4-year-old little boy. Now, when I did my earlier video, I was looking for the mom and dad name, and somebody found it for me. And this is the mom and dad, Mary Yoder and Alan Morgan. Mary Yoder and Alan Morgan. All right, so here's the update that I got. Apparently, this story actually happened back in October, and I think they just making moves on it. It's just coming out this month that they making moves on the case. All right, and I think the trial is going to be next year in October. All right, but what I'm going to play for y'all right now is somebody sent me something saying about the history of abuse to this young fella, and we're gonna see what is this history of abuse, and as always, guys, let's have a listen.
A homicide case of 4-year-old Judah Morgan, who was found dead in a LaPorte County home earlier this week. Judah's biological mother, 26-year-old Mary Yoder, is now being charged with 2 felony counts of neglecting a dependent, as well as failing to report possible neglect or abuse.
This comes just one day after Alan Morgan, Judah's father, was charged with murder and other felonies related to neglect of a dependent. He's in jail without the possibility of bond. Maria Catanzarite joins us now live from LaPorte County after reading through these charging documents and speaking to cousins who Judah lived with for several years. And Maria, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, I can tell you that the reason that Judah lived with these cousins for several years, from the time that he was an infant until earlier this year, was because of something what's called a kinship placement. So like I just said, he lived with them until April of this past year. That's when the cousins tell me that DCS had it arranged so that Judah would go to live with his biological parents, Alan and Mary, and live with them as a result of a 6-month home trial visit.
Wow.
And just to let you all know, the details that you're about to hear in this.
Now, see, that's the thing. That's why I say, you know, I don't have any children. You know, just a lot of people who I've met in my lifetime, females who have children. I get cool with them. Of course, I get cool with the children as well. You know, we always build a bond or whatnot, you know. So anything I do for anybody, child, is out the kindness of my heart. It's not because I feel obligated to do it, because I'm not obligated to do for anybody. I do everything I do for a child. Well, anyone, period. But let's just say a child in this case. Whether it's a little toy, piece of candy, or birthday card, or a cash app, or whatever, I totally do that from the bottom of my heart. I don't throw it back in nobody else's face or none of this stuff, you know, because I do love children. And at one point in time, I wanted a child, you know. But again, when they say that kinship, whatever the word she just said, I was just like, what is that? But she just explained it like, oh, that's what that is, you know. So it was like a little it was a living arrangement, I guess, between foster and the biological parents or whatnot, you know. So that's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Story, the alleged details are disturbing.
After he left my care, I don't know that he was really living at all. In pain, Fear.
Unimaginable pain for Gina Hollett, Judah's cousin and longtime caregiver.
He called me mommy. I was mommy, my husband was daddy.
Early Monday morning, the once jubilant little boy was found dead and badly bruised in the home of his...
Wait a minute, that's the lady who, there was in an earlier news clip that I had, and why they label her as foster? Or is that what it's really called, regardless if it's family members or not? That's what it called, foster? Regardless, y'all help me out with this now, y'all in the comment section. That's what it called, regardless if it's a family or not, it's called a foster home. Y'all help me out with that.
Biological parents in rural Union Township.
I don't know how anybody could do this to any child.
The court papers show that Mary Yoder, Judah's mother, says Alan Morgan, the boy's father, sent their 4-year-old son to the basement as punishment for not being potty trained like his other siblings, typically 3 times a week.
Ultimately, I don't think it was because of his lack of being potty trained, because he was potty trained before he left my care. I think it was a fear factor.
Judah's biological mother, Mary, says she personally saw and heard Alan binding Judah with duct tape and physically abusing him in other ways. Sometimes, she says, Judah was kept in the basement for a few days at a time before he could come back upstairs with the rest of the family. But when he was in the basement, Judah was left in the dark and denied food. Both scare tactics, Mary told police. She admitted that she'd send Judah to the basement as punishment when Alan was at work, but denied beating the boy. In the court papers, Judah's older sibling tells investigators he would hear what sounded like Judah being physically abused while in the basement with his parents.
We definitely want justice for Judah. I can't express that enough. We need awareness. We need, not just for Judah, for all the children, even his siblings.
Thank you, all the children.
There is a GoFundMe page that Judah's cousins have set up with to help pay for Judah's funeral expenses. We'll have a link to that fundraiser on our website. Just look for this story after the newscast, Harry.
Just absolutely horrifying if true. All right, Maria Catanzarite reporting live tonight from LaPorte County. Maria, thanks.
Absolutely. All children. It shouldn't matter. All children. All right. All children need to be protected. All children deserve justice. It just happened to them. All children, no matter no color or anything. All children need justice, okay? All of them need justice. And that's, again, this is what my platform is for. I want to give a voice to the voiceless, and pretty much I just want to do stories that people are not really talking about. And I ever heard nobody really talking about his case or whatnot. This case just literally brought to me this morning, like when I woke up, and I had just a little time to do the first video that y'all heard me do this morning. Okay, so Jesus Christ. But it just go to show you, with a lot of stories that I do on my platform, it is black children, it's black children, black mothers and things like that. But this is go to show you that it don't matter what color you are. This shit goes on everywhere. And it goes on right under our nose, right across our naked eyes. And a lot of times we see it but don't see it. And what I mean by that is we notice something, but it's like we see it, but we don't see it. But the people are actually doing, they seeing it. They don't give a damn. But us, we on the outside looking in like, something ain't right. Something ain't right, but what do you do? What do you say? How do you approach it? And I get it, some people like to say, I don't like to get other people's business because this, that, and third. I understand that, but you know what? I think a lot of times we have to think about this though. What would you do in a situation if you heard this was going on with your child? How would you want people to react to your child? Would you want them to tell you that things going on with your child, or would you want them to treat it the same way and say that, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me, so I ain't gonna say nothing. Now remember what I said earlier. Nobody's obligated to do anything. That is true. Nobody's obligated to do anything. But with a situation like this, though, How would you feel if people saw your child being abused and they don't say anything? You know, just something to think about, you know. So let's see. I'm trying to see if they got everything, because I heard there was more stuff that was going on with him. As a matter of fact, excuse me. As a matter of fact, let me look at something else that I got pulled up right here. They are arraigned. This was October the 15th. Judah's father is facing murder and neglect charges. His mother is facing neglect charges. Alan Morgan has been charged with murder, 2 counts of neglect of dependent, level 5 felony, 3 counts of neglect of a dependent, level 6 felony, and cruelty to an animal. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, they did say something about a dog. Yeah, Mariota has been charged with neglect of a dependent, level 1 felony, neglect of a dependent, level 5 felony, cruelty to an animal, and a failure to report. Both Morgan, Jesus Christ, Morgan and Yoder pleaded not guilty. Yoder asked the judge for reduced bond so she could attend her son's funeral. Oh, goodness gracious. Wow. The prosecutor objected to her release for the funeral. The judge also objected, saying it would be expensive to have security detail to protect Yoder from others and others from Yoder at the funeral. And I do believe. If they let her go there, somebody probably will whoop her ass. So that I do believe. The judge did say if Yoder's family could pay for the security detail, she could attend the funeral. Both Yoder and Morgan trials are set for October 2022. So this supposed to be committed in October, and they trial gonna be next year. Okay, I thought this one had what was going on with them, but apparently I got to go back to this one. Okay, kinship placement. That's what it's called, kinship placement. The kinship placement, this was from the time Judah was an infant until April 2021, when Hewlett said DCS arranged to have the child live with his biological parents for a 6-month home trial visit. Oh, okay, that's what's going on. Okay, so he was living with Hewlett as a result of a kinship placement. Then, I guess the parents was supposed to get him back for 6 months. And I guess DCS supposed to have monitored him for 6 months to see how it go, to see if they gonna get back custody of him. Excuse me. Y'all gotta forgive me, guys. I'm ignorant to a lot of stuff. Like I said, I never had to deal with this. So a lot of this stuff is just kind of mind-boggling to me, because I don't know nothing about this. It said court papers say when officers got inside Morgan home through an unlocked door on Monday, they found Judah in the bedroom naked, but wrapped in a blanket and covered in bruises with red marks by his head. He didn't have a pulse. They found 3 other children in the home who they escorted to an ambulance, but police did not find any adults or suspects in the first sweep of the home. After getting a search warrant, investigators found the home in major disarray with trash, rotten food, and animal feces intermixed with clothes. They found an extremely malnourished dog in a locked crate, as well as a refrigerator that had a lock, preventing others from opening it. Man, this is crucial. The basement had duct tape strewn about, some attached to a blanket, and children's clothes, which reeked of urine. Additionally, detectives found a toddler training toilet that appeared to be filled with urine and feces. Wow. After Judah left my care, I don't know that he was really living at all. In pain, I'm in fear, remarked Jenna. She don't think it was because his potty training he did that. She said she think it was a fear factor. Then the mom come back and told the investigator she personally saw and heard Alan binding Judah with duct tape and physically abusing him other ways. Sometimes she said Judah was kept in the basement for a few days at a time before he could come back upstairs with the rest of the family. You know what? Again, another story where, again, the adults are the bullies. And I say that a lot of times, that the parents, those are the biggest bullies when it comes to children. Those are the biggest bullies when it comes to children. Treat this boy like a straight up dog. Not a straight up dog, but a straight up, low down, stray dog. That's how they treated this young fella. But you know what? This story kind of reminds me of Sam Olsen. I don't think he was this crucial with Teresa Rockabye Boy, but that's what this story reminds me of. Sam Olsen, and he kind of favored him a little bit too, just a little bit. But to hear the details, what's going on with this story, you know, I mean, it's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. Now, I don't get with a lot of these families why they pick just a specific child to be dirty to treat them like that. Same thing we talked about, young Nicole Hall, the story I recently did week before last. Her and Celeste, you know, you got multiple children that stay in a hotel with y'all, but you pick Nicole out of the bunch to do the most damage to. You pick Nicole. But for what though? And of course, I'm thinking with Nicole's case, they picked her because of her disability, was autism. That's what I believe was going on. But in Nicole's story, they saying all the children was getting it. Celeste was abusing all of them. You know, so if there was other children in this house, like they said it is, then why did you choose Judah? Why was he picked out the bunch for you to treat him like a dog? Like you treated an actual dog that you had down there in the basement as well, in a crate. Y'all treated the boy just like that. What did he do so bad for him to be treated like that? What did Nicole Hall do so bad to be treated like that? What did the other boy whose story I did, where the mom was with the white dude and left for other children to stay in an apartment with their brother dead in the next room, and they had to fend for themselves? What did they do so wrong to get treated the way they was getting treated? And there's many more. Many more. Cupcake, Malia Bass, Malia Davis. Well, we don't know about the Cal City Bull. We don't know what's going on with them. We don't know what's going on with Summer Wells. Emma Sweet, story I did about the baby last week. Emma Sweet, all this stuff. What are these children doing so wrong that they are getting treated the way that they treating? And then once you're done treating them the way you're treating them, you kill them. I would like to know that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you would like to know that too. But of course, I don't think there's no answer to that. There's only a question as to why. And we will never get an answer to that, because I don't think nobody have an answer to it other than we just got evil demons in the world. Just evil demons in the world. And for her to even want to go to this young fella's funeral after she allowed all that to happen, it wasn't out of because she was sad or whatnot. To me, it sounded like it was just like a rub in the face. It was just a rub in the face. So I'm glad they denied her to go. Now, if anybody paid for security for her to go, hey, more power to you, but I wouldn't give a dime to pay for any kind of protection for anybody who allow anybody to do anything for their child, let alone you participated in it. As a matter of fact, this is the first time I'd ever heard a story that somebody allowed this to happen to a child and they want to go to the funeral. This is the first time I'd ever done a story, heard that shit. Now, that's wild right there. That's wild. Now, there's a GoFundMe up I heard. Now, I don't know what the GoFundMe is for. I guess, well, if it's December, now I'm pretty much sure they already had his funeral, so maybe that's what it is for or whatnot. But y'all know how I feel about GoFundMe now. You know, I don't deal with them anymore. I don't deal with them anymore. I just don't, you know. And y'all understand why I don't deal with those anymore, you know. So I think a lot of y'all say y'all don't deal with them either. So y'all know what's up, because of people using their GoFundMe stuff for the wrong reasons now. And we're not saying that everybody's doing it for the wrong reason, but this is just one thing that you have to say that one apple has spoiled a bunch. That a lot of people just don't deal with GoFundMe no more. You know, they really deal with PayPal or Cash App, or donate directly to the church or the funeral home, to wherever they supposed to have the service at. They really give the money directly there. All right, because people are just using GoFundMe now for the wrong reasons. All right, so hey, don't charge to our heads, just charge to our heart. What? Yeah, charge to our, don't charge to our hearts when it comes to people not donating to GoFundMe no more. Just charge to the head. You know, hey, I'm just thinking logically. Is there another way I can donate? Can I donate to the specific place where this charity going to? I already donate my money there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go over here now. I take me a shower, grab me something to eat, and I'm probably gonna turn in early tonight because I am tired. And that weather has, that weather has dropped down here in Memphis. God, it's cold, you know. But it is December, so probably in January, February, we probably end up getting some snow. So unless it's gonna come earlier than that, I don't know. But as always, guys, leave your thoughts and comments on what you think about this. And again, to all of you, happy holidays, you know. And as always, stay tuned for more updates. Stay tuned for more stories like these. And ladies and gentlemen, please be careful out there. And please be careful who you bring around your children. We as adults or parents, whatever you want to call us, it is always our duty to protect our children. All right? Y'all take care. Till next time. Peace out.